Let's move on and have a look at nominee number 5 for Best Game Epic Space Opera, Mass Effect 3.
For me, Mass Effect 3 is one of, if not the best game of the year. If the first game in the trilogy was about discovering these new planets, and the second game was about building on the characters, then the third game had this incredible sense of dread. And the action was fantastic, the relationships that you built, they had real payoffs in the finale, but it was this sense of making decisions that had real impact, and the characters that you met had real consequences in the final game. And I think Mass Effect 3 did that in a way that we could never expect, and it was a real high point in an already great trilogy.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
The multiplayer I thought was very good. It was an integral part of it. I mean, that's a testament to the quality of the game, that you'll want to go and play the multiplayer and level your character up so that you get the most ready for this intergalactic battle.
We get to that temple and the Reapers are history.
The action's improved on the last game, the graphics are even better, the gunplay is I mean, it's the best that the series has ever seen, I believe. But it's the thing that's impressed me the most about Mass Effect 3 is the relationship that you've formed with the various characters through the first 2 games, if you've played them. There's a real connection there, and when inevitably they do die or bad things happen to them, it feels almost worse that this one character has died rather than an entire planet or an entire civilization, and that's a real achievement, I think, in the narrative form, let alone games.
Mass Effect 3, ladies and gentlemen. And that VT includes the bit I can't get past. Thanks, lads. We move on to the award now for mobile and handheld. Always an enthusiastically received category for some random reason. Let's scroll past these two, right? Needs to be, yes. Okay. Yeah, let's go past it. Let's just get to who we're moving out. To present the award, we have not 1, but 2 stars from Hollyoaks, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Hollyoaks. Hollyoaks, the Scouse Logan's Run. Set in a nightmare future where nobody's allowed to live past 27. None of you have watched this. They play Ruby and Barney. That's all you need to know, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Anna Schaffer and Tom Skur.
Handhelds give you the ability to have hours of fun through thousands of games that are literally in the palm of your hand.
And handhelds are a godsend. They are arguably why we developed the opposable thumb, and I, for one, am incredibly grateful for the ability to immerse myself in my favourite game. I'm also on the tube in London where nobody fancies a chat.
And the nominees are...
Mobile and handheld. Little Big Planet, Vita. New Star Soccer. Super Monsters Ate My Condo. The Room. The Walking Dead.
Please, can you just leave him like this? It has to be now.
Inkaboto.
And the BAFTA goes to...
The Walking Dead.
Well, it's really great to win in this category because we feel like there's a chance to bring what we do to more people on new devices for us. So it's been a great thing to go out there and do this. And obviously it took a lot of hard work from the team to build something that could work across a platform like a mobile platform as well as everything else that we do. So thanks to everyone at Telltale and everyone that worked hard on it.
And I'll add, we were excited from the start to be able to present this game that's so focused on narrative and characters and relationships and provide that exact same content for a mobile experience. So it's been kind of thrilling for us to be able to do that for fans of the series and to see people out there responding to what we've done, having played it solely on iPad or iPhone. It's been a lot of fun for us, and thank you so much for the acknowledgement.
Is it just me, or does that last guy who spoke look like a character from The Walking Dead? I presume you all put yourselves in your games anyway. The next BAFTA night is for Performer, rewarding all elements of performance in a game, from voice artistry through to motion capture. Here to present the award is yet another Irish comedian, a man who makes us laugh mostly because of how much he looks like Chris Hoon's wife. He is a comic who lives and breathes games. He really is a visual gag. I don't know why I said it without him being here. Lives and breathes games, so much so in the unlikely event that he ever died in his arse, he'd always have 2 lives left. Please welcome my old mate, Ed Byrne, ladies and gentlemen.
You forgot to mention the most important thing about me. That I am the man who introduced Dara Ô Briain to Xbox Live. It's a fact. He didn't even own a headset until I talked him through the process. Do you remember? I was on the phone to him, I was telling him how to set up his account, and then do you remember, you even said to me, because you didn't own a headset, and you suddenly went, oh my God, your voice is coming out of my TV. And I went, big deal, your voice comes out of my TV all the bleeding time. A lot of tonight's awards, ladies and gentlemen, have gone to the pioneers and innovators behind the scenes and the brains of the operations, but this BAFTA is for the people who put themselves out there in front as the performers. They contribute sometimes a small, but always a vital contribution to the overall brilliance of a game. I'm a massive fan of all these games, and tonight's nominees have lent their considerable skills to them, and during the many hours I spent playing these games, these nominees have all helped me, just sort of quell that and suppress that guilty nagging feeling I get when I've been playing a game for too long and I should really be doing something useful like writing jokes or tidying the house or investigating why my kids have been crying for 2 hours. The nominees for performers are
Performer. Nolan North, Uncharted, Golden Abyss.
What's the matter? Couldn't find your baby hippo boots?
So now you've joined Greenpeace all of a sudden?
It's just I don't go around wearing endangered species on my feet.
Melissa Hutchison, The Walking Dead.
As fast as we can.
We can't. There's thousands of them outside.
We have to. I'll protect you. We'll push
through them. No, that's crazy.
Danny Wallace, Thomas was alone.
Chris wondered if Thomas was still alive somewhere. He wasn't going to go looking for him. But he did wonder, and that showed character.
Nigel Carrington, Dear Esther.
Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him?
Adrian Huff, Assassin's Creed 3.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry. As am I.
Dave Fennoy, The Walking Dead.
Not till you're away from me if I turn.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
And the person who now gets to call himself a BAFTA-winning actor is Danny Wallace for Thomas Was Alone.
Wow. Hello. How are you? This is amazing. But I mean, this is Mike Bithel's award. Mike Bithel, who I think is a man who really kind of epitomizes, you know, the UK kind of indie gaming scene. He made this game essentially on his own. And David Housden provided incredible music as well. And I just tried not to ruin it. So I would like to say thanks to Mike Bithel for this award, and thanks to BAFTA, and congrats to everyone who is nominated tonight. Thank you very much.
Now we have the award for online multiplayer. To present this award, please welcome a man who's so respected in this industry. He was recently awarded an OBE because the Queen has been playing his amazing Just Flight game for years now. With him, one of the stars of the Smash Hit Channel 4 Paralympic show The Last Leg, which is now a Smash Hit topical show that helps guide people through the minefield of what is and isn't okay to ask somebody with a disability. So it is now okay to give a massive round of applause to the hugely talented Andy Payne and Alex Brooker.
Stop cheering him, I ain't said anything yet. I'm a massive fan of online gaming, mainly because there's nothing better than beating a 12-year-old French kid on FIFA with a last-minute goal and then sending a message after just saying, lol.
I am too short-sighted to read the auto cue. I'm a massive fan of Alex Brooker, who is, for me, the white Chuck D. You're the man.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Give him a hand. Paralympics. Right, anyway, the BAFTA is awarded for the best...
Is there a nomination for this?
No.
Oh, over there.
See? That's the first time he's been stand corrected ever. I'll start again. The BAFTA is awarded for the best online multiplayer game experience, something this year's nominees have really, really excelled in. Let's take a look.
Online multiplayer. Halo 4. Journey. Borderlands 2. Assassin's Creed 3. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
And the BAFTA goes to...
Journey.
Whoa.
Oh boy. First of all, we would just like a round of applause for all the nominees in this category. You're all great games. We'd also like to give a shout out to the programmers who made the seamless online feature of Journey possible, Martin Middleton and John Edwards, who struggled long, hard nights to make sure that when players got online, they would have a smooth experience. When we made Journey, we were trying to challenge conventional wisdom about what online games can be. We'd like to dedicate this award to every player who's had a unique experience with a stranger online. In a good way. To our friends and family and the developers who supported us, especially our friends at Sony, who helped us discover this beautiful game, and to future game makers who can challenge what we know games can be. Thank you so much.
The team from Journey would now like to thank the guy who makes sandwiches near them, the air conditioning unit in the office, cutlery. Just that you want to thank Cutlery for all it's done over the years. We are mere moments away from the awards for British Game, Action and the prestigious BAFTA Fellowship. But first, let's take a look at the last of the 6 nominees for this year's Best Games. A zombie thriller whose greatest shock was there wasn't some cheap TV tie-in. Ladies and gentlemen, The Walking Dead.
Clementine, are you all right? Where are you?
The Walking Dead is an adventure game, and it's a spin-off from Robert Kirkman's comic series of the same name, and also the TV series that's become very popular. You play a character called Lee, who is a convict on his way to jail, and he literally runs slap bang into the middle of a zombie apocalypse. Then he actually saves a little girl called Clementine, and they form a bit of an unlikely friendship. And it really is about, trying to find a safe place, trying to rebuild some semblance of a life.
Oh, sit your ass down, Lee. This lady has made you a meal.
Yeah, Lee, what's gotten into you? He just had a start.
They could use some goddamn manners.
The most impressive thing about The Walking Dead for me is how well the characters are realised. They're extremely well written. The way you interact with them really makes you kind of care about them. It really embodies what game storytelling is all about, and it kind of really draws you in, and suddenly you're feeling very protective over these little band of survivors, and with that sort of ferocity of protection that I normally just reserve for my cats.
Drop it.
The Walking Dead should win Best Game because it really embodies the art of the journey, the art of the experience in games. I was in tears at the end of it, my heart was breaking, and that's a rare experience in games. I think it really shows you how powerful storytelling in games can be.
Now we come to a brand new category, the BAFTA for British Game. Presenting us, we have someone who did Britain proud in 2012, although who knew competing at the Olympics would merely be a warm-up for his big success of the year, winning Strictly Come Dancing. He took part in last year's Olympics on the wooden horse with mixed success, silver in gymnastics, but last in the dressage. Please welcome... They're worth waiting for. I know you're in nattery mood now. I know you're in a chatty mood. Please welcome Lewis Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
They're actually really heavy. I'm scared I was going to drop it like the last guy. Now, as an Olympian, I'm always striving to beat my personal best, whether it's on the pommel horse or actually playing Angry Birds. But there is something our next nominees all have in common, and that is making our country proud. So the nominees for British Game are...
British Game. Lego, The Lord of the Rings. Forza Horizon. The Room. Super Hexagon. Dear Esther.
I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
And the BAFTA goes to The Room.
Not all our team could be here tonight, so these guys are representing the 300 we have back in the office. Hard at work at the next one. I'm quite glad this is won by an Irishman in some ways. I'd like to say that... God, what would I like to say? Where do we start?
Thanks, some people, Barry.
Yeah. It took us a long time to get the game together. We worked for like many years to actually get the money to hire a programmer to make the game because programmers are overpaid. And I don't know. I mean, just delighted to get it. I mean, it really means a lot to us. Yeah. Do you want to say anything else?
Oh yeah. So we should thank Media Molecule, who really helped us get our start. Thank Apple, who like immediately after seeing the game were really encouraging, really got it straight away. Didn't push us in any other directions. Just said to us basically,
get on with it.
Do what you're doing.
Just get on with it. Yeah.
And that was really encouraging.
Sony.
And Sony. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, we'd also like to thank Sony. Our clients basically kept us going for the first few years. So all of those people who gave us money for work, thank you very much. And that includes Sony, Media Molecule, Freestyle Games, and who's the one? The mighty Blur.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jesus, that speech was longer than all 5 Journey speeches combined. Yeah. Now we come to the BAFTA for Action. As is the Action BAFTA, whoever wins it should spring onto stage on a parachute and storm the stage and silence the audience with stun grenades. We would be disappointed if you don't. Doing the honours for this award is the co-presenter of Saturday morning's Sky Sports show, Soccer AM, who lives the life of FIFA 13, and with him the male co-hosts of Take Me Out the Gossip. Please welcome Max Rushton and Mark Wright.
Hello. This BAFTA rewards excellence in action-based gameplay. In fact, my favourite genre.
Tonight's nominees have a lot in common, whether they're shooter, roleplay or stealth, or a combination of all three. They are all sequels to previous games, which proves the public never get tired of sneaking about, pretending to be someone else, and basically shooting someone in the face in a nice way. The nominees for Action are...
Action. Far Cry 3.
I prefer the European recordings. The brass sections in American orchestras too bombastic.
Borderlands 2.
Killed my shield!
Mass Effect 3. Hitman, Absolution. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. Halo 4.
And the BAFTA is awarded to... I've always wanted to do that. Far Cry 3.
So, thank you, and I'd like to share a quote with you from Stanley Kubrick. The truth of a thing is in the feel of it, not the think of it. The basic purpose of a film, I believe, is one of illumination, of showing the viewer something he can't see any other way. With Far Cry 3, we tried to create a meaningful experience unique to the medium of games. And I am honored that the Academy finds it valuable enough to award it to us tonight. Dan Hay, Cedric, Mark Thompson, Jason, Jamie, Jean-Alexis, Laura, RDP, Anne, my Quebecois brother and brilliant director, Patrick Plord, and the whole Far Cry team, this is for you.
If he'd set fire to his arms, that would have been cool. Just saying, I'm theatre, but you know. We arrive, ladies and gentlemen, at the last competitive category of the night, best game. Now, worth noting, by the way, that all of the juries are independent in these things, so any previous barnstorming successes this evening may count for nothing. I've seen it happen before in this room. All 6 of this year's nominees are exception, and all of them will go some way towards keeping the Pope entertained in his long retirement. To present, which is obviously foremost in our thoughts, to present the award, we have the author of the book, Yes Man, where he spent 6 months saying yes. I'm going to get you to shush for a second, people. Thank you, 2 more words to go. Where he spent 6 months saying yes to absolutely everything, and he said yes to us tonight. Please welcome filmmaker, comedian, writer, actor, presenter, and BAFTA winner, Danny Wallace.
Hello. Nearly halfway through the awards ceremony now. It's all going to be good. Just thought a little moment of appreciation for the champion of the games industry and your host tonight, Mr. Dara Ô Briain. Exactly, chant away. So, let's have a recap of the titles that made a big splash in the games world in 2012. And let me hear you if you have something to do with these. The nominees for Best Game are Far Cry 3, FIFA 13, Dishonored, Journey, Mass Effect 3, and The Walking Dead. So are we ready to find out who the BAFTA goes to? I can tell you the BAFTA goes to Dishonored.
Thank you, everybody. We would like to thank everybody at Bethesda and ZeniMax who made this game possible. So thank you everybody.
Yeah, and obviously our thoughts goes to the whole development team in both Lyon, France and Austin, Texas. Our creative directors, Raphael Colantonio and Harvey Smith, and our executive producer, Julien Roby. And yeah, we worked so hard for this. I mean, it's such a great honor.
Yeah, I have no thanks left. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna thank my wife. I'm sorry, because obviously, if I don't, she's going to kill me. So, and I want to take the opportunity to apologize to the British people for the bad spelling of Dishonored. And thank you to the Academy, of course. Thank you very much. Bye.
The winner of Best Game there, Dishonored. Okay. Now it is time for our huge award, the one you've all been waiting for at the end of the evening. This is the BAFTA Fellowship. This is the highest accolade the Academy can bestow. It is presented to an individual with a substantial body of work in recognition of an outstanding and exceptional contribution to games. Here to present it, and I have to say the recipient I think is fantastic. I'm a huge fan of this person's work. Here to present it, we have a legend in the entertainment industry from the last resort on. His chat shows have been groundbreaking, hilarious, and occasionally controversial. He's no stranger to an awards ceremony. He's won and presented BAFTAs, and he's a regular host of the British Comedy Awards, which makes it even more astonishing that on top of all that, he's found time to be such a huge games enthusiast. Enjoy him while you can, because he won't be presenting next year in case he has to pronounce Wreck-It Ralph. Please welcome... Please welcome, of course, old friend of these awards, Jonathan Ross, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everyone. I can pronounce Wreck-It Ralph perfectly well. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a lovely evening. Everyone watching at home on the internet, I hope you're having a great evening as well. This is the big one. This is an important part of the night, and I'm especially thrilled to be here this year because BAFTA and the UK computer and video games community are going to welcome one of the true greats of gaming. His career, as I'm sure many of you know, started at Microsoft in 1983, but the story really begins in 1996 when he founded Valve, and along the way made such games as Half-Life and, of course, Counter-Strike, Left 4 Dead, my personal favourite, Team Fortress 2. Yep, I've spent a lot of money on hacks. What makes Valve such a beloved company and our guest such a respected and, let's face it, a loved figure in the industry is that he has revolutionised the way game developers can connect directly with games players, or gamers, as I believe they're sometimes called in mostly negative news reports. Steam, the amazing digital distribution service, has allowed gamers and game developers to unite and grow together, developing not just some of the best gaming experiences the world has ever known, but also introducing many of us to a fascinating scientific paradox known popularly as Valve time. Now, in Valve time, 4 days can last as long as 2 normal months. The phrase "any minute now" translates into at least 5 days. And as you wait, seconds become minutes, years go on and on. You find yourself trapped in the Valve time vortex. Remember, the only way to stay calm is to repeat the mantra, "It's ready when it's ready." But the thing that really keeps you sane, if you are suffering from Valve time, and the thing that makes it worthwhile is the fact that Valve's commitment to the community of their customers and their desire to make the best possible games, that means that if Half-Life 3 finally ever appears, you know it will be absolutely worth the wait. No surprise to any of you here, the man I'm talking about is, of course, Gabe Newell, known as Gaben, to his legions of fans all over the world. Gabe is legendary for always being open to what the gamers want. Gabe is adored by gamers because he builds new markets, new models and new structures with new priorities in mind. Not just about getting great games out there, but also it's about changing the tides of the industry in the direction that the people themselves want to swim. He's a great listener, which makes him truly interactive. You may, of course, know all about his work, but for those of you who don't, or those who need a reminder, I'm going to show you something in a minute. But first of all, we had so many people, some of the biggest names in the gaming industry, write to us and tell us what they thought of Gabe. We were going to read a lot of quotes out, but I thought I'd settle for just one, because among the many glowing quotes we were sent was this from BAFTA Fellow Peter Molyneux. Of course, we all know Peter, creator of Populous, Theme Park, Black and White Fable, and of course, recently, Curiosity, which managed to be both innovative and incredibly boring at the same time, which is a remarkable achievement. Anyway, Peter wrote about Gabe. He said, Gabe and Valve had a huge impact on all of our lives. From the astounding Half-Life series to the platform that is Steam. Gabe is not just ahead of the innovation curve, Gabe is the innovation curve. Everything Gabe has touched is magical, from the way he runs the company to every product he and Valve create. Every design meeting I attend, someone always references some groundbreaking Valve title and how great it is. That's from Peter, and that's from someone who knows gaming, and that's the truth. For those of you who aren't familiar with these games, here is just a taste of Gabe and Valve's work.
It's me, Gordon, Barney from Black Mesa.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation, and I might suggest you might want to be upstanding as we welcome to the BAFTA Fellowship the one and only Gabe Newell.
The only thing that moves slower than Valve time is award show time, so I'll try to be concise. It's fairly intimidating as a Yank coming over here to accept an award, given whenever I've watched the Academy Awards and the British have come over to accept them, how well-spoken and charming they are. So I made the mistake of going online and looking at what previous award winners had said. And they were all wearing tuxedos, and I was like, oh my God, they expect me to be dapper and eloquent. This is going to go very poorly. Now, everything that we do at Valve is really a collaboration. I tend to show up at award shows, but everything we've done, our games and Steam, is the result of a collaboration among all of us. So I decided to ask some of my colleagues what it is that I should say in this speech. So I asked Eric Wolpau's the writer on Portal 2, and he said I should read from the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. You know, the whole ragged claws scuttling and midlife comb-overs. And I said, well, it's a great poem, but what does it have to do with games or gaming? And he said, well, absolutely nothing. And so I asked Eric Johnson what I should do, and he said I should just come up on stage, say, go Hawks, knock the mic stand over, and walk off. And an American football club is about the only thing that has less to do with gaming than E.E. Cummings. So I realized that even though everything that we've done to deserve this award has been the result of our collective efforts, that they were pretty much leaving me on my own to actually accept this award. So on behalf of everyone at Valve and all of the gamers who've gone with us on this adventure over the last few years, thank you very much. Good night.
Winner of the BAFTA Fellowship, ladies and gentlemen, Gabe Newell. Who, let's be honest, could simply have stood here and gone, the cake is a lie, and then walked off and been carried out of the building shoulder high. Okay. That, ladies and gentlemen, is it for the evening. It's been a brilliant night. As you all head up to the bar, I confidently predict that in a couple of hours this entire place will look like a level from The Walking Dead. But if you get so drunk you forget what happened tonight, you can relive the entire thing by watching 2012 BAFTA Games Awards, the winners, on Challenge TV on March the 11th at 10 p.m. It's been a pleasure, lads. Well done on a fantastic year. Thank you very much. Good night. We'll see you again. Good luck. See you later.